Thanks for tuning in on Brock Page, and if you want to save yourself some time, check out my picks for this video in the description section below. Once again, I'm not an expert, just a sports fan. Remember, each pick is independent of each other. If I'm running a parlay or a teaser, I will most definitely let you know about it. Once again, my 3 picks on a particular game are not dependent of each other. That said, let's go ahead and get into some picks. Dallas at New York Rangers. I got the Rangers winning this one outright, laying 165 on the money line. I like Dallas plus 1.5 on the spread, and I like the over 5.5 goals. Here's why. The Rangers are 72% against teams allowing more than 2.9 goals a game, and 70% versus teams winning less than 45%. Meanwhile, 3 out of Dallas's last 4 losses came by only 1 goal. Furthermore, 5 out of Dallas's last 6 games went over, while Rangers games have gone under the line in only once out of their last 11. Once again, Rangers win minus 165, the over 5.5 goals, and Dallas plus 1.5. Next game, Buffalo at Toronto. I like Toronto winning this one, laying 200 on the money line and the over 5 goals. Against the spread, I like Toronto minus 1.5. Here's why. Toronto won 10 of their last 12 straight up, and their last 3 wins came by at least 2 goals apiece. On the other side, Buffalo's won just 7 out of 22 as the underdog on the road. On a lighter note, Buffalo's gone under the line just once out of their last 5, while Toronto hasn't gone under at all in their last 6. It's for these reasons I like Toronto outright minus 200, the over 5 goals, and Toronto laying 1.5 on the spread. Next game, New Jersey at Minnesota. I like Minnesota to win this one, laying 230 on the money line and the under 5.5. Against the spread, I like New Jersey plus 1.5. Here's why I like this game. Minnesota's been victorious in their last 4 games, while 4 of their previous 5 wins have been by only 1 goal. Meanwhile, Jersey's won just 4 out of 15 against teams winning more than 55%. They like to keep it low scoring, as only 1 out of their last 8 games actually went over the posted total. Once again, I like Minnesota outright, laying 230 for some money line cash, the under 5.5. in New Jersey, plus 1.5 on the spread. Next game, Ottawa at St. Louis. I like St. Louis winning outright, laying 160 and the under 5.5. Against the spread, give me Ottawa Senators plus 1.5. Here's why I like this game. St. Louis is a solid 65% as the official home favorite, while Ottawa's lost 5 of their last 7 by an average of a goal a game. Both teams have collectively averaged well under 5.5 total goals in their last 4 games respectively. Once again, I like St. Louis laying 160, the under 5.5, and the Ottawa Senators plus 1.5. Next game, Florida at Calgary. I like Calgary winning this one at home, laying 160, and I like the under 5.5 goals. Against the spread, I got Florida keeping it close and covering the 1.5 goals. Here's why I like this game. Calgary's gone an impressive 13-6, going in the games as the favorite, and have won a solid 67% as the official favorite at home. On the other side, Florida's won just 22% of their games against teams playing around 500. When it comes to the total, Calgary games have gone over only once in their last 7. Once again, I like Calgary winning this one, laying 160 for some money line cash. I like the under 5.5 goals, and I have Florida keeping it close and covering the 1.5 goals. Next game, Chicago at Colorado. I like Chicago on the road, laying 170, and I like the under 5.5 goals. I'm looking for Chicago to hang on and win this one on the spread, minus 1.5. Here's why I like this game. Chicago's an impressive 70% against teams winning less than 45%, and have gone 19-10 this year as the favorite. On the other side, Colorado's just 5 of 21 at home and won only 26% of their games as the official home underdog. Colorado's won just 1 out of their last 5, with each one of those games failing to go over the total. Once again, Chicago laying 170, under 5.5, and Chicago minus 1.5. Next and final game, Nashville at Vancouver. I like the underdog Vancouver Canucks winning this one outright for some money line cash. And when it comes to the total points, I like the under 5.5 goals. Against the spread, I'm taking Vancouver plus 1.5. Vancouver 63% at home, while Nashville has won just 33% of their games as the road favorite. In addition, Nashville has won just 6 of 16 against teams winning less than 45%. Both teams have gone over the line just once out of their last 4 games, respectively. Once again, I like Vancouver winning outright. I like the under 5.5 goals. And against the spread, I'm taking Vancouver plus 1.5. Well, folks, that's going to do it for me. Once again, I have to remind you that I am not an expert, nor have I implored you to take any of my picks. For Brock Page predictions and sports picks, I'm Brock Page, and have yourself a positive day.